Hi, this is Brian. Welcome to Greatest Year Ever 101. As the title of this class suggests, this is all about helping you make 2016 the best year of your life in an unending string of such awesome years. So we're going to look at the 10 big ideas in this class that I'm personally using to make 2016 the best year of my life. What's exciting is this is the first of 25 different classes that we're going to do in 2016. So I am all about making this literally the best year of your life. We'll start with this and kick off with 10 big ideas. Then the next class we're going to do is Masterpiece Days 101. If you want to have a great life and a great year in pursuit of that great life, you got to start with great days. So we're going to talk about how to create masterpiece days. Then we're going to go into Habits 101. It's all about the things you do consistently. Then we're going to look at Motivation and Procrastination 101, the stuff that gets in the way of you consistently taking impeccable action. Then we've got Confidence 101, Relationships 101, Meditation 101, Learning 101, Positive Psychology 101, all kinds of awesome classes. And we're also going to do a couple of classes on challenging times that people might be experiencing. So we're blessed to have members who include Fortune 500 CEOs of professional sports teams and Broadway performers. And we also have members who are struggling right now, who might be dealing with depression or anxiety. I've dealt with depression and anxiety. So we're going to deal with Depression 101 and Anxiety 101. What are the big ideas you need to embody so you can deal with the tough times in life? 25 master classes, one every other week over the course of 2016. I couldn't be more excited about sharing all of that. And in between, we're going to do Philosopher's Notes, of course. So every other week, when you're not getting a master class on optimizing a particular domain, you're going to get 5 new Philosopher's Notes, 10 new Philosopher's Notes every month, 125 Philosopher's Notes in 2016 to go with these 25 master classes. So as you can tell, I'm fired up and I cannot wait to help make 2016 the best year of your life. And let's do this. If you're already a member, you're going to get all that. $10 a month. If you're not a member yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's only $10 a month. One of the classes we're going to do is Business 101. My commitment is to astonish you with the amount of content that you get. And I want you to feel my commitment to helping you optimize and actualize. So that's a long prelude to this class, Greatest Year Ever 101. Now let's look at the top 10 big ideas on how we're going to go about doing that. All right, so our top 10 big ideas on how to create the greatest year ever. Number 1, you need to master yourself. This is what I'm focused on. We're going to talk about arete, putting yourself in permanent beta mode. You're constantly looking at squishing bugs and getting a little bit better day in and day out. That's how you create a great year. The second big idea we're going to look at is mastering your fundamentals. If you want to see how tall a building is going to be, look at how deeply they're digging the foundation. We're going to talk about the basics of eat, move, sleep, and also the fundamentals for you in your life of how you gain personal mastery. That's our second big idea. The third big idea, you need to master your days. We're going to do a whole class on this, Masterpiece Days 101. But we're going to talk about the importance of creating great days day in and day out and take a really quick look how to go about doing that. Fourth big idea, your one thing. What I'm doing for 2016 is identifying what's the most important thing that I can possibly achieve this year. What's wildly important? I'll share with you what is wildly important for me because that's my compass. Every single thing I'm doing in 2016 is built around that one thing. Fifth big idea, once we've determined our one thing, we've got our fundamentals going, we're creating great days, we line up our dominoes. We need to think strategically. If you want to achieve that wildly important outcome, what do you need to do day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out to achieve that? Not complicated, but we're going to talk about that. The sixth big idea is you need to make progress. So you've got a big vision, you've got a strategy, then you need to make progress day in and day out. That next domino you're going to knock over is always the most important. The seventh big idea is to whoop it. W-O-O-P it. This is the best idea I picked up in 2015. Gabriel Oettingen, one of the world's leading research scientists, has given us a science for visualizing our ideal lives and then making it happen. It is awesome. We're going to talk about that. And I want to install that as one of your primary habits in 2016. I do it every day, multiple times a day. Whoop it. Our eighth big idea, kryptonite control. Kryptonite. It's the stuff that knocks you out of your game. If you want to have a great year and string together days and weeks, you need to not spiral out of control. You need to know what your kryptonite is, and we're going to talk about how to manage that well. The 9th big idea, hashtag SmokeyBot. Grant Cardone wrote a great book called The 10X Rule, and he talks about the fact that Smokey would have beaten both the tortoise and the hare. You want to be simultaneously diligent, patient, and persistent, and crush it. So we'll talk about SmokeyBot. That's one of my favorite ideas. Our 10th big idea is we need to pick a theme. One of the things that I love to do and that I did last year is pick a theme. What's a little mantra, a little phrase that captures who you were committed to being in 2016? For me, in 2015, after I blew up the business we were running and decided to teach full time, I said, I'm going to turn pro. Turning pro was my absolute theme for 2015. I wrote it everywhere. I had it on my chalkboard, I still do, that I teach on and I look at every single day. On my whiteboard, upper right-hand corner, turn pro, turn pro, turn pro. That's what I did day in and day out. This year, I'm going to continue to turn pro, but I'll share with you what my new theme is, and I'm going to show you how to create a theme so that you can consistently crush it. Those are our top 10 big ideas. I usually cheat and have an 11th one. I'm going to have one in this one too. That is experiment. If you want to have an extraordinary year, you got to approach it like an experimenter. You're in permanent beta. All you want to do is master yourself. So when you fall short, that's just data. You don't take it personally. You don't fall down and start crying and getting upset and then spiral out of control. You look at it, you got your little lab coat on and your goggles on and say, hey, that experiment didn't work. I did that and it didn't work the way I wanted to. No big deal. Get back in the game, have a growth mindset, and go create another great day tomorrow.